What's up, everybody? Mr. Hacker is back and ready to read our next chapter, chapter 9 of our Sir Gus reader. It's called The Fearsome Beast. And like I said before, it is a good one. Follow along with me as we usually do. I try to use the arrow here to follow along as I'm reading. Read it once with me with the volume on, and then try it again with it muted, and see if you can read along, and pause it if you need to, and see if you can read it on your own. All right, here we go. The Fearsome Beast. The next morning, long after everyone else had eaten their morning meal, Sir Gus awoke, much rested, but not eager to set off. He yawned. He stretched. He took a bath. He had lunch. At last, he mounted his horse, but he soon faced another problem. He could not tell which way was east. Sir Gus could seldom tell which way to travel. He rarely saw the morning sun, so he did not know that it rose in the east. But, knowing that he did indeed need to begin, he sniffed the afternoon air, flipped a coin, and rode north. Sir Gus rode north into the woods of doom. He rode for a week. The days got shorter and colder. Sir Gus did not know why. Another thing Sir Gus did not know was that the woods of doom were very dangerous, so he was not prepared when, from out of nowhere, there appeared a band of armed men. The men were bandits. They grabbed Sir Gus and tied him up. Uh-oh. Looks like a scary guy here. These are the bandits, I believe. The bandits bundled Sir Gus into the back of the wagon. Then, with much speed, they began to travel southeast. About a week later, the bandits arrived at the bleak forest of the east. There, not far from the dark, dismal swamp, they made camp. The bandits had some dinner and went to sleep. The next morning, while the bandits were still sleeping, something deep inside the forest began to creep closer to their camp. It was the Fearsome Beast. It had eyes of red flame. It had claws that could shred the hardest stone. It shot fiery flames that could melt metal, and it was going to pounce on the sleeping men. Sir Gus had relaxed for the better part of a week as he bumped along in the wagon. He was feeling well rested. So, in spite of the fact that it was morning, and in spite of the fact that his arms were tied, he decided to try to get up. And when it says in spite of, that means even though. So even though it was morning, and even though his arms were tied up, he decided to try and get up. So here he is. And you can see the eyes of the beast back here. After a long struggle, Gus was able to stand up in the wagon. Just as he stood up, the fearsome beast grunted and charged in to attack. Sir Gus spun around as best he could to see what had made the sound. The bright morning sun shone on his shiny helmet. The sunlight bounced off his helmet and shone on the fearsome beast. The flash of sunlight shone in the eyes of the fearsome beast, and blinded it. The beast screamed and ran away, but it could not see. It ran into the dark, dismal swamp and sank in the deep mud. The bandits, having woken with a start, fled as well. They scrambled into the wagon and drove away as quickly as they could. As they drove off, Gus fell out of the wagon. He landed on the ground with a thud. So there's the light bouncing off of his helmet right into the eyes of the fearsome beast. It looks like a dragon. Sir Gus, the utterly fearless, lay on the ground for 2 days, unable to get up. At last, a hunter spotted him and untied him. Sir Gus thanked the hunter. Then he made his way back to the king's palace on foot. When he arrived, the king was just sitting down for his dinner. Sir Gus knelt and spoke to him. "Your Majesty," he said, "I am happy to report that the fearsome beast lies at the bottom of the dark, dismal swamp." "Well done, Sir Gus," said the king. "Well done." The king called all his knights to a meeting. "Sir Gus has killed the fearsome beast and tossed its carcass into the dark, dismal swamp," the king announced. "Thanks to his brave actions, the kingdom is safe. You may all go home." So once again, Sir Gus, the utterly fearless, defeated another beast, completed another mission successfully. The king looks happy. And next time, we'll read The King's Birthday. It's another good chapter. All right, so until then, keep on getting all your work done, and I will see you guys next time. So yeah,